What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to the live stream. All right, so we're gonna be doing this format today, and I guess I'm gonna start this off by talking about my mistake. All right, and this kind of sucks to talk about. All right, because I don't want to open myself up to public scrutiny, but I'm gonna do it. All right, because at the end of the day, I guess to be in this YouTube game, you literally do need thick skin anyway. So let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna expose why. Hey guys, trading is absolutely, it's going to, like, trading in these financial markets are going to be the hardest thing that anybody's ever going to endure, in my personal opinion. I mean, obviously, if you're going the business route, like, yeah, it's probably going to be a similar concept, all right? But financial markets open a trader up to an unlimited amount of mistakes, and those mistakes, literally, yeah, they're unlimited, guys. They're literally unlimited. All right, so I'm gonna say right now, guys, over the past few years, I've spent pretty much all of my time, all of my energy. I mean, the financial markets, guys, they're my passion at this point. That's at the end of the day, that's what this is to me. All right, I have a passion for this. I firmly love the financial markets. All right, and I've put, like, a lot of my time into literally just developing my chart analysis. All right, and this chart analysis is it's really good. It's like really good, right? And I get the vast majority of everything correct. All right, like the vast majority. I call the shots here on the channel, over on Weeble. There you go. And even over on Patreon. And this is the mistake. All right, this is the mistake. All right, freezing, not trading in the zone, literally, like, calling the shots, not trading in the zone. That's the only thing I just want to bring up right here. All right. I did a very good job this time around of pulling my triggers exactly where I planned on doing so, and I still have a few more to pull that I will be pulling. But I'll say right now, all right, I called several shots that I didn't take advantage of. I didn't do what made perfect sense. All right, logical sense. I also, I'm gonna be straight up, right? Like, this made perfect sense. What's going on right here makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense. I've actually been saying this is the likely scenario, right? Dealers are gonna pull their trick. I don't know how that trick's gonna go down. Now we're seeing exactly how that trick's going down right now. All right. But I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Because if you're thinking like I have been thinking for like years now, up until, honestly, I'd say probably about 3 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, I started changing the tune of this. All right. Just saying, all right? Please don't catch yourself thinking like this, all right? Improve that skill set. The chart is skill set. But at the end of the day, all right, your trading psychology is all that matters. It's literally the only thing that's going to matter in the long run. You can be absolute dog crap at charts. That is why, like, well, I'm not going to say, nah, day trading, you know, that's a whole nother skill set on its own. All right? But, like, you can know exactly what's going to go down. All right, but at the end of the day, it's your psychology that is going to be the only weapon that is used against you. And guess who's pulling the trigger on that weapon that's using it against you? It's you. All right, it's you. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if you are catching yourself in the like that psychological trap of like, hey, all right, I can just keep improving my analysis over time, and like, hey, eventually I'll be extremely rich because I just won't get anything wrong. No, that's just, it's never going to work out that way. It's never going to work out that way. So I just want to start this stream off by saying that. All right. It's a mistake that, like, since I got into the markets, it's kind of how I have done this. Why do you think I do the Weeble updates? It's the purpose of that. Yeah, it was to build a following over there. But at the end of the day, dude, I just wanted to freaking improve my skill set. And I knew you put more reps in, there you go. And I also knew other people could benefit it. And guys, the people who are down the line, all right, the people who are, you know, 5-10 years out, maybe even 3 years. I don't know how long this, you know, it takes to develop that muscle, but I'll tell you right now, I'm in it to win it. All right, I told you guys, this is my passion. I'm not going anywhere. All right, and like I said, I mean, it's not like I made the biggest mistake. It's just literally like, hey, all right, there are things that, like, you froze, and you shouldn't have froze. At the end of the day, that's what's going to screw you. Okay, it's the psychology. Until you develop that muscle, that trading muscle, that psychological muscle in the market, nothing else is going to matter. Like, you're going to have big wins, all right? But if you, like, don't, you are going to continuously set yourself up to literally do the exact opposite of what your chart analysis is literally suggesting. And I'm not going to say I did that this time. I'm not going to say that at all right? But I am going to say I could have played this a lot better. All right, I've literally been calling for, I'm not going to say this specific move, all right? What I'm going to say right now, all right? I'm going to say this over here, all right? We clearly do have a big sell setting up, but I literally have this as the probable scenario. We never end up getting up here. All right. I underestimated how much time this was going to end up taking once we got up here. I thought it was going to be a quick little trick. So I will say that right now as well. But at the end of the day, all right, I could have played things a lot freaking better. A lot better. So, I mean, I'm not going to apologize to anyone for that. I'm the only one taking the suffrage for that. The analysis has been amazing. All right. Nobody can deny that one. All right. There we go. That's what I'm getting at, guys. All right. I don't see, like, I'm not going to say I have the best analysis at all. I'm not going to say that at all. They're guaranteed there's better analysis out there. There are people who've been out there for 10, 20 years. All right. I've been around the block for what, 3 years now? So, like, within the market. So that's what I'm saying. So even though I may call the shots here, guys, but I promise, all right, if you do not build that muscle, it's not going to matter. And the only reason I'm sharing this, guys, is because at the end of the day, this is a trading community. All right, that's the whole purpose of why I started this YouTube channel. It's honestly the reason I launched the freaking Patreon. I just wanted to, like, I see these other YouTube channels, and they have freaking they have communities, and they're supporting each other, and they're trading with each other. All right, and I'm gonna say that's the biggest freaking benefit I've gotten so far since having this Discord. I'm gonna say right now, I am so thankful for you guys in there. All right, and there's one person in particular that I'm extremely thankful in there. All right, but yeah, all right, I just want to start off, before getting into any analysis, I want to let you guys know, until you do develop that muscle, guys, just know you're going to keep thinking that you can outsmart the game. Even if you're thinking like the game, you're thinking like the dealers, you're still going to fall into your own psychological trap. Now, again, I didn't make the biggest mistake here, okay? I did, like, at least, like, in my opinion, I did a pretty decent job at not sizing too much here, and then also, like, just literally pulling the triggers exactly where I planned on doing so. So there was that. Yeah, I just want to start that off because I think it can benefit at least one person out there, if not many, if not everyone in my audience. All right. Well, maybe not everyone, because there most definitely are people out there in the audience that are 5 to 10 years down the line and have developed that muscle. So you are a consistently profitable trader. All right. So there's that. All right. And if you are like that, that's what I'm saying. This channel, the analysis, guys, that's like, you're going to be making the big bucks off of it. But I'm going to tell you, if you have not put in the work, if you have not put in I watched the video the other day, and he called the time debt. All right, guys. And I put in like 2 to 3 years of my time debt so far. I don't know how long that time debt is going to go on. All right. I don't know. All right. But, like, I do know this for a fact. The time that needs to happen, there's nothing more lucrative than learning how to trade the financial markets. There's literally no other, I can't think of another skill set. Why do you, like, guys, I saw $300,000 when I was taking my finals, and I stopped taking a final there. I stopped. All right. I dropped out of college because I was like, what am I doing? You're going to have to freaking spend, you're going to have to go to another 2 years of college there. And then you're going to have to save like 10 years. And at the end of the day, after all expenses, maybe you get $20,000. So, $200,000 after 10 years of saving that. Oh, well, that's dog crap. All right. And, well, to me, all right, it's not like, there are people out there that they're going to be thinking differently than me. They're going to be doing things differently than me. They're going to do things better than me. Okay. But that's the acknowledgement that I made in the moment years ago. And it's the exact same. All right. So, all right, guys, just know that you have a time debt if you have not served that yet. It's just something that has to happen. All right, it has to happen. All right, but let's get into the analysis, guys. Let's do it. All right, so yeah, you know what? Let's actually not go over the weekly time frame. Let's literally just start over here with the daily time frame. All right, so I'm actually going to share something that I shared this morning. All right, so we did have it with the Patreon. So we did have the bullish divergence over here in the hourly time frame. Then over here on NQ, you did have the 4-hour bullish divergence going on here. And this is what I'm saying, just freezing in the moment. Why do you freeze in the moment? Bias. All right. It's because, like, bias, you think you know what's going to happen. And then even when you, like, say what the likely scenario is and say, like, hey, this is a solid shot, you do end up, like, I even said it in the Weeble update last night. There was that. All right. This bounce was, it was pretty obvious. All right. It was pretty obvious. And I did say, likely PPI did, I think I said likely PPI gives you the bounce. All right, but you had all these 4-hour oscillators over here on the big boys. They're all down here. Yes, they were all breaking out, but they were all down here. And Apple was actually also in this falling wedge there. So again, it's another thing that was like I was looking at it straight in the face. I even called it. There you go. Guess what? Your boy froze. There's that. All right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Your boy froze. All right. And that's why this sucks. All right. It sucks telling you guys about this, but at the same time, like I don't want to not tell you guys about this. I'd rather share it than not because yeah, people are going to benefit from that. All right, because yeah. All right, but yeah, Apple guys, this is the big boy. So if this thing is breaking out of a falling wedge here with a I think we had a bullish divergence. Yeah, you had a bullish divergence on your 4-hour CCI here. And this is, again, these are just obvious, clear as day signs that I acknowledged. I pointed out. I called it. I said the likely scenario, if you broke out of this, you're coming up to the 322.08 gap fill. All right. I don't know if you are going to go up to 322.08 gap fill. I don't know. All right. But that was, again, in the moment, my chartist skills, my chartist skill set. That's exactly what I was telling me. But guess what? Psychology did not pull a trigger. All right. So there was that. So there was that. So that's what I'm getting at. All right. All right. Let's stop talking about that. Let's get into the analysis. I'm sure you guys don't want to just talk about that for 20 freaking minutes. All right. So let's get on with it. I just wanted to share because and that's why I'm doing the live stream today too. All right. I don't want to record a video. I just want to like, hey, all right, just talking to you guys. All right. Hey, heart. I see a heart in there. I don't know. I can't do emoji here on the computer. All right. But yeah. All right. So over here on Apple, guys, you had this inclining sell volume yesterday, and you did also break the low. But again, guys, this is the dealer's trick. That is exactly what's taking place here. All right. So I'm going to say right now, all right, over here, all right, over here, you very likely, in my personal opinion, you very likely get the same exact scenario that I was calling out this whole time. When we were over here, I was calling out the same scenario. All right. That's what I'm saying. You can know pretty much exactly what's going to happen, and you still can find a way to mess yourself up and not play it to the best of your ability. All right, and that's I'm an example of that this time around, and it sucks, but it's whatever. All right, I mean, it's not like your boy's going anywhere. Your boy's gonna be perfectly fine. Your boy's gonna print. All right, but again, I could have played this much better, and for that, like, there's a lesson to be learned in this. All right, so I'm gonna do my best to remember this lesson. All right, I don't know if you're going to have increasing buy volume here, but you do see it right now. The dealers are out and about. They have the tricks going. All right. They guys, we had a lot of bearish technicals other than, like, obviously, like I was saying, the lower time frames, they were not like that. All right. But you had the Fed coming out, or not, they didn't come out, but the FOMC minutes exposed that, hey, their concern was that the banking crisis was going to cause the banking fiasco was going to end up causing a recession in the second half of 2023. So, the market is forward looking. So I do think, like, yeah, the market is very likely going to sell off of this. You have bank earnings tomorrow. So that's actually, we're going to start off with this, and then we'll go over the charts. All right. So right here, you got JP Morgan before open. All right. That's a big one, but it's not a bank, right? The banks are the important ones, right? Citi, Wells Fargo, BlackRock. All right. And that's it, guys. All right. So you got big banks. That's what I'm getting at. You got more, I think, next week, but, I'm just pointing it out, all right? I don't know what's going to be said there, all right? Which is, that's why I stuck to my plan, and I pulled my triggers when I could have. Again, like, I'm a chartist, all right? When I see things on the chart, I should be pulling the triggers. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But then again, all right, that's what I'm saying. The muscle needs to be developed. That's very clear to me, all right? But yeah, all right? Hang on, what was it just saying? Hang on. I know. Oh, okay. Bank earnings, guys. Bank earnings. All right. I don't know what's going to happen there. I do know. Hey, all of the smaller banks, they probably had people like taking their money out of there. All right, the regional banks, and going into the big banks. So we could end up seeing, like, hey, deposits, they could be up. All right, but I do know lending is not going well, and I do know. All right, I don't know how to find this chart, but I was watching Jay Bravo's video the other day, and I think it was commercial-backed real estate or it's just mortgage-backed securities. I don't know what it was, but he showed a chart where the banks had dumped this, and it has never been dumped like this, all right? And it's been dumped a little like this back in 08 or right before that, but it's never been dumped like this. So we know something big is, like, I'm pretty sure I'm right on the ball there. Something big is about to go down. All right. But again, like, we have the scenario that I called out. We had two scenarios back then. All right. And this is literally one of those two scenarios. All right, we were going to go slightly higher over here on QQ. You're going to see IWM tick back up and give some room to fall here. Now you have your RSI all the way back almost at 50. Yeah, it's a 52 over there. All right, that's literally where you were over here. You were at 55 there, and you were over there, and boom, fell 20 bucks. All right, so this was one of the scenarios, and I still think it is going to end up playing out. I still don't think the dealers are going to end up giving shorts the perfect entry here. All right, but I don't think they're going to give shorts the perfect entry here either. All right, what I really think is going to happen is I think shorts are going to pile on here. All right, dealers are going to push you a little up right there, or it's retail doing it. I don't care, right? But I do know dumb money is not going to be the money that moves the market. All right, that's just not how it works. All right, the money, dumb money is the money that continuously gets taken away. Whereas, where do you think that goes? It goes to the smart money. All right, so they can, they can have a little buying pressure, and that could, send the butterfly effect around, and that could make some shorts cover, and then boom, the big boys covering the shorts. That's what pushes you up. All right, but you're right here. All right, so I do suspect this is probably this would be my likely scenario, or they're not going to let you get this. All right, and they're going to come at you with a lower high here, and they're going to take you out. All right, now again, I don't know what's going to happen, which is why I'm never certain here on the channel. I have no reason to be. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no crystal ball. All right, but it's probably going to be one of these. All right, you're gonna explode over the next few days, and you're going to come right here in this middle. Okay. But all in all, I think shorts are going to pile on here. They're going to push you a little higher. Shorts are going to stop out. They're going to squeeze you a little higher. Then the next entry point for the shorts is literally going to be right here. This is just the next logical entry point. It's going to be at the August high up here. All right. But I don't think they're going to give you that because that's just the perfect entry. All right. Back here. All right. You had this resistance right here. You went a little above that over there. All right. Which is like, why? I don't think they're going to do that. But I don't think they're going to surpass this high. All right, now I'm also going to point out you do have the bearish divergence still over here on QQQ and Apple. I don't think that's going to burn through or get burned through either. So that is also something to know. All right, but yeah, all right, so likely scenario, all in all, guys, all right, they're going to bring you right here in the middle. That is what I think is going to happen. I think shorts are going to get stopped out. Shorts are going to be, oh, yeah, I'm waiting for up here. Oh, but it never comes. It could come. It could, all right. And that's I should be bringing up this right now. 66, guys. I've been saying like, hey, all right, if you see this thing hike back up to 75, patience, observe, stay calm, and learn. Yes, I am completely with you on that one. All right, but yeah, all right. I told you guys. I think it was in the weekend. I think it was in the weekly update over on Webull, or is in somewhere last week. I said I was looking for the fear and greed index to tick up over 70. That's when I'm gonna say like, hey, most of the traders are on one side of the trade. That's like just that's a logical thing to pull out of this. All right, but you're at 66 right now. All right, so the move I'm speaking of, that is what brings this into extreme greed territory. All right, so now let's make this screen nice and pretty for you guys. Hope you guys can like see well and stuff. I hope it's not blurry and stuff. Hope everything is up and running, guys. Hey, feel free to let me know. Is everything like good over there? Let me know in the chat. 'Cause I do not know. This is like the first real stream here on the channel, so pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So now that we went over the probable scenario that I think the dealers are going to pull. Okay, they're not going to give the shorts their entry. All right, and the longs, they're gonna. They might see, oh, you're breaking past high, breakout traders, all right? And then maybe they're looking for this as an exit, never get that opportunity. These smart traders, they're not going to be doing that. The experience, the people who have developed that muscle, they're not going to be falling for these tricks, right? There's that. Well, they could. I don't know. All right. But yeah, okay. Now, on to the normal technicals, okay? So you have your stochastic crossing up here. You still have this bearish divergence over here. And if you pick back up and you don't surpass this right here, then guys, you have a quadruple bearish divergence going on in QQ's CCI. It's not okay. All right. And guess what? If you come back and take up this high, what do you also have? You have a triple bearish divergence on the daily RSI. All right. So if you get that, that is, again, like we haven't had a bearish divergence pop up over here on the RSI since you had, oh yeah, right here. Literally your top over here on QQQ. All right. Which the guys, it's just the ETF. It's all off of the NASDAQ. Okay. Just NDX. Okay, NDX, NDQ. I'll just show you guys real quick. All right, over here. All right, which I'm just going to tell you guys right now, guys, we will be covering the futures more often here on the channel. The futures give some valuable insights. I did not notice until a future trader stepped on into the Discord. I had no idea the futures were so solid. All right. Speaking of futures, let's look at these. But again, these are just obvious signs that like I completely ignored. I called them out, and then boom, you just completely ignored them. All right. And that's what I'm saying. It's the freezing, right? I'm going to tell you guys what I did. I literally freaking went to the gym. I made a call out. I went to the gym, and then I took the dogs, and yeah, that was that. And I just didn't look at my phone. And that's, guys, that's what I'm saying. That's the psychological, like, that's the trap. Why would I do that? That's so terrible. That's so terrible. God awful. All right, but whatever. It's whatever. Yeah. All right. But yeah, all right. You come over here, guys, and you tick back up here. You're gonna put in a bearish divergence over here. All right. You are also going to have a bearish divergence over here on your RSI. I'm not gonna say I think they're gonna push you on up here. All right, but I think you're at 63 right now. You're at 64 now. Okay, so if you get another day like this, guys, this is very similar to what we're having over here. All right. If you get another day like this or two, all right, there is a very high probability that you end up seeing the RSI tick on up to 70, or at least like right under here. I don't think the divergence would be burned through if we did see that. All right. But I want to say that is where I think you would probably be seeing, you probably see your top very soon after that. It's the same over here. Same over here. All right. I mean, here you never got there. Over here, you went slightly above it, and that was before the bear market started. All right, so this is just like by default. That's what I'm going to be looking for. But again, I don't think the QQ and Apple divergence, I don't think these are going to be burned, guys. All right, you like held the line over here. If Apple pushes up here, guys, all right, boom, bop, bing, boop, pow. You have a triple bearish divergence over here on the RSI as well. So not only QQ has it, but Apple, the big boy, the largest component of SPY and QQ, have the bearish divergence. Well, the triple bearish divergence on the RSI. But again, all of these have the stochastic crossing up, which does tell me, guys, we got a shot to come back over here. All right. You have a shot to make your way back up here. All right. And I don't know if this gap is going to be filled. I have no idea. I'm just going to say right now that is a short entry for myself over here on Apple. Guys, make wise decisions. But yeah, I'm still sticking with my guns here. I think it's extremely probable that a big sell does come about. But again, this is what the dealers need to do in order not to pay out a bunch of people. And that's the thing that I completely ignored. I called it out, and then I completely ignored it. Like, I didn't completely ignore it. Obviously, I've been calling it out, so you can't be ignoring it. All right. But yeah. All right. But let's get back over to just the... actually look at the we already looked at everything. Let's look over here on the 4-hour time frame. Right, so last night in the Weeble update, we had everything. It was literally the exact opposite, and you had this big fat bearish engulf analogy with VIX at 17.5 for QQ SPY reversal. All right, so that's actually, yeah, we can look at VIX right now. So that's something that I also was mentioned to the Patreons, guys. All right, this is going to be a VIX entry for myself here. All right, if we get that trend line or we get the 1706 touch, all right, I'm going to be taking that. And I just want to point out what I pointed out not too long ago. I think it was in the past 2 weekly updates. All right, over here you have your monthly CCI ticking down into oversold territory. Nice. Glad everyone's, I hope everyone's enjoying the content. I really do. I can't please everyone. I promise it's just not going to be the case. And if I try and do that, I'm not going to please anyone. So, but yeah, all right. I do think this thing is going to be ticking back up. I'm not saying it's going to be a crash event. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not a perma bear. I'm not a perma bull. I'm just literally someone who I'm here to make money. At the end of the day, I'm in this game to win this game. And I fully acknowledge it's going to take years to do that. But all right, that is the goal. That is what I'm here for. And right over here, you have the monthly CCI. You have, now your stochastic is in deep oversold territory. It's literally, actually, it's bottoming out. No, it's not bottoming out. But let's actually look at this. Look at that. All right, guys, you don't go under that. You went over here, but this wasn't in your bear. This is 2014. All right, so going all the way back, this is where the monthly CCI ends up bottoming out, and then VIX starts trending back up. So regardless, I do think we have, like, the months ahead, at least the upcoming months, I do think they're going to be rather volatile months. I think this thing's going to start ticking back up. But you also come over here to the weekly time frame, and you have the stochastic also hinging up from oversold territory, and you have the same thing happening over here. All right, it's CCI is up your buy momentum line there. Then you come over here to the daily time frame. We have a very similar scenario. Okay, we also do have right now we have a triple bullish divergence going on. All right. You don't on your RSI. Now, if your RSI does happen to get down here, that's when, like, hey, all right, we're going to make the same calls we did over here. All right. We're looking for those bounces. All right. But regardless, I mean, like, price action is key. And yeah, we're likely going to see VIX buyers come in, step in down there. And I understand, guys, there's not actually VIX buyers. All right. But yeah, you can buy calls and put some VIX. All right. There's that. But now that you broke here, guys, I'm just saying this is going to be the next point of support. Okay. And that does mean that QQQ and SPY are likely going higher than they are right now. All right. So I pointed out in the other day, I said that this was going to be where I was looking. This is actually going to be a SPY put entry point, which was going to be right here. All right. I never got it intraday. All right. It happened right here. And I'm going to hesitate on this one, guys. I'm just letting you guys know I am not going to pull the trigger right there just because of what I am saying right now. All right. I'm not gonna, but again, all right, I'm just doing what I think I got to do. And that is that. All right. But these two trend lines, this is where I said, you probably get price stalling out. Okay. It's, wait, I'm contradicting. Correct. I don't know. All right. We got to finish up with the stream. I gotta think, guys. All right. But yeah, all right. You have 3 points of resistance here. And I personally don't think you're going to come up here to this 421 gap fill. All right. But if you do, it's the same thing I just said stands, right? You're going to have this bearish divergence over here on your, on your daily RSI. And again, you're going to have a triple one over here on QQQ. And again, if you're just trading QQQ, guys, this is all in all, this is what I'd be looking for. This is right here in the middle right here. That is probably where they're going to bring you. All right. But over here on SPX, I said that you never ended up back testing your rising wedge. All right. Well, if you back test your rising wedge here, you're going up an extra percent. All right. So if SPY is going to go up at an extra percent, that's going to bring us to, let's say just about right here. All right. So yeah, just about, literally just about right here. All right. Which is right here at my blue resistance zone. You can see right there, which is where sellers stepped in the last time at the February highs. So I'm not saying they're going to step. Well, actually, no, they're going to step in there. All right. Sellers are going to step in there. I'm not saying that's where price action halts. All right. But that is where sellers are going to step in and at least make their attempt. All right. That is my personal opinion, guys. I want to let you guys know everything I share here it's obviously not financial advice. I'm no financial advisor. All right. This is all opinions. This is all speculation, all of it. So there's that. All right. And yeah. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this so far, the first live stream, the first official live stream, please leave a like. And because I don't have tags or anything, I don't know how people are actually going to see this video. And like, it's not going to gain attention. It's literally just going to be for the community. So there's that. So guys, help me out if you can. There you go. But yeah, that is what I'm looking for here. But like I said, all right, you have a complete opposite scenario over here with this 4-hour CCI from where we were last night. All right, and that's the case on all of these. And I'm not saying you have to halt there. You very easily can form a bearish divergence just like you did over here. All right, you had a triple, that is quadruple, 1, 2. Secondly, yeah, you had like a quadruple bearish divergence going on over there, and then over here on SPY. All right, look at this. This is crazy looking. All right, crazy. Well, I mean, right off the bat, you do have a bearish divergence over here on the RSI, but that's not important. And again, you do over here on do you over here? Yeah, you do. You do actually also have one on the daily RSI there as well, and then also you now also have one. Of course, man. Hey, I love you. All right, I love you. I really do appreciate the crap out of all of you guys. I meant what I said in the beginning of this. I really did start this channel. I started the Patreon for a community, guys. I wanted a community of traders. But all in all, this channel was 100% started to build a trading community. That's like, at the end of the day, that's what it was. All right. But yeah. All right. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, back over here. All right. So the 4-hour CCI is in oversold territory. And then you also have SPYs. All right, you have your stochastic being to hinge down. Your RSI is right up there at overbought. All right, and you slightly do have, no, you don't. You made a slightly higher high over there. All right, but now I'm going to direct everyone's attention over here to SPX. All right, SPX, guys, this is something that literally just never cooled down. All right, so what I'm saying, whenever it does decide to cool down, it is probably going to be a decent sized sell. It's probably not going to be just a little pullback. All right, because I think we just got the little pullback. That's what it was. All right, and if you guys want to flash back to like the call from over here, all right, guys, either this is going to be your top, or you're gonna fall $78. I understand you fell a little further than 78. They tricked me. All right, the dealers got me there. You fell $9. All All right, fell $9, not $78. You fell $9 over here on the Qs. All right, I'm gonna be straight up. All right, I really did think I like, again, like I showed everyone that the charts, like the smaller time frames, they're suggested we were going to end up getting that bounce. I just didn't think we were going to end up, you know, shooting all the way back up to highs. But then again, I'm saying the dealers can pull the tricks, like they are, like crap, man. All right, but you come over here, the 4-hour time frame, you're literally just staying up here. All right, and again, you have these bearish divergences. They're all over the board, guys, which is why I know, like, whenever this thing does fall, it's gonna be the big sell. All right, and I don't, when I say the big sell, it's not going to be a crash. All right, it can be a crash. If it wants to be a crash, price is going to do whatever the heck it wants. All right, but yeah, it's very likely going to be a rather large one. All right, let's actually look at some individual names here. Actually, before we do that, let's look at the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what we've got going on over here, even on SPX. All right, so this is the big boy. All right, and you do also have the same thing going on over here as you do over on SPY. And again, you have a triple bearish divergence. All right, from that peak to that peak to that peak, triple bearish divergence going on in SPX's 4-hour CCI. And like, guys, whenever this thing is like, it's gonna go until it's gonna go. That's literally, yeah, that's what we only had, a single minus 2% day this year. Yeah, I'm serious, guys. I'm gonna actually bring you guys back to 08. All right, I showed you guys this over the past few videos, or at least in like 2 of them I showed you. All right, you literally had, is this 08? Yeah, you literally had like the same exact run over 3 months. You had a oh, this is on SPX. We got to come over here to QQQ. All right, so over here from peak to trough, or trough to peak over there, 22%, guys. We are up right now. I think we've ran 24% on QQQ. All right, so, and yeah, again, 3-month period, same conditions, guys, same conditions. And like I mentioned, all right, now I'm seeing a lot of people mention this whole yield curve thing, that it's been a year. That's what I was trying to say over the past few videos. I know a recession is coming, or well, I don't know, okay, because obviously nothing's for certain, but I do know like the statistic, which is like, hey, after I think it's the 3 to 10 year inverts, and I know for a fact I saw that start happening, like, had to have been over a year ago. I know it was in 2022, so that's what I'm getting at, guys. All right, it's like you only have a specific amount of time until that statistic runs out, and the statistic I think is 12 to 18 months. All right, after that starts is when you typically get your recession. Well, guess what, guys? Recession correlates with market crash in this instant. And again, like I said, like, guys, there's like stuff going on behind the scenes. I can't find this stuff for you guys. Go watch like channels who know how to find this stuff. I like Jay Bravo. I'm gonna say right now, that is a really cool guy to watch. I watch almost every one of Jay Bravo's videos strictly because, all right, first of all, he makes it fun. All right, I enjoy watching him. But he also shows me stuff that I don't know how to find. All right, and he's been around the block for a long time, and I fully acknowledge that I am a young individual who, yeah, again, I haven't put in my time yet. There's that. But yeah, guys, I'm just saying we're shaping up to do a 2008, and I'm not saying a 2008 is going to happen. I'm not betting on that. All right. But that's what, in my personal opinion, that is literally what's setting up, and it's like it's not a good thing, guys. All right. Everyone thinks like, oh, I'm not going to say everyone, but I've been seeing a lot of like, especially Bitcoin over here. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin has, oh crap. I wanted to go, oh well. Oh, well, man. Oh, well. I'm not going to have time to do anything. I got to go to work. Got to go to work, man. Got to go to work. It's okay. You know what? The time of the dogs. It's a good freaking day. Jim. It was all right. Even though, you know what? Boy had to learn a lesson, all right? It was a good day, guys. It was a good day. Here we go. It's easy. Like him, but he is all over the place. Oh, big facts. Big facts. Guys, I promise, all right? He's gonna always bring the fear to his videos, every single video. But that's like, you know, like that's like I watch him and then I watch Me Kevin. So Me Kevin's someone that I don't respect his charts, all right? I'm not gonna say that because I don't know how he is. Like, you know, he's got to have technical analysts working for him, all right? And I just don't get why he doesn't, you know, like the things he does bring up on the charts, they're just Fibonacci retracements, and I don't get that, but either way, he does always bring the perma-bull case, all right? And that's something that I think is very important, all right? So, like, over in the Discord, guys, I'll be sharing Me Kevin videos in my links tab, all right? Me Kevin videos will be there, all right? Because, like, he's my fundamental news guy. And guess what? He spins it in a perma-bull way, which if I have a bearish bias, which like I don't want to have a bearish bias, but obviously I'm seeing the things I'm seeing on the charts. All right, that's what I was pointing out today. All right, like, hey, I froze. All right, because I thought I knew, but the fact that I thought I knew showed me that, hey, you know what I just found out from Mark Douglas, I didn't fully take that in, so I'm gonna have to go back through that. All right, that's gonna be a thing over the coming week. I'm gonna listen to that audiobook again. That sucks. All right, well, it doesn't suck. All right, again, like, you know, it's not terrible. But yeah, guys, all right, everyone's getting super bullish over here about Bitcoin, and I'm just going to show you. All right, this makes no sense to me. You're in a bear market. I'm very confident you're not about to have all the spec capital that came and pushed this thing there and pushed this thing there. Very confident that is not about to happen. But again, I don't want to be confident in anything, so like, you know, there's that. All right, but you're seeing this. You have a triple bearish divergence over here. You have your stochastic way up here, all right? And then you have your RSI in the same exact spot. It was over here. Guess what, guys? This was at your top. This is when you finally got the selling pressure to step into Bitcoin, all right? And over here, it could do this. It can. But again, this is when the spec capital was all about it. This is when everyone was like, stimmy check, stimmy check, stimmy check. They were continuously coming around. I don't remember when they exactly started the stimmy checks, but there was that. And then everyone was like, oh, the balance sheet's going up. Oh, market just goes up and boom. Oh, Bitcoin is like going to save the world. And holy crap, the dollar's going to zero. Bitcoin's the safe haven. Well, guess what? No, we found out that wasn't the case. All right. So that's what I'm saying. All right. People have had 2 slaps in the face to let everyone know that, hey, the last hopium story, all right, it didn't work out. And guess what? It was in a bull market. All right. Now we're in a bear market. And guys, if you guys don't remember what was happening in February 2021, let me show you. All right. And this is what I'm saying. This proof of what I'm saying is right here. Spec capital was all over the board. I can pull up a few names. I don't remember all of them. All right. But yeah, look at this. This was literally going. This was, yeah, it's crazy. This over here. This was your February peak. All right. Oh, you didn't peak over here in February. I know in Palantir, I think it was you. Peak in February? No, it was January, right? But this is what I'm getting, guys, all right? You had a lot of freaking spec capital all over the board, all right? You come over here to NEO. You come over here to, yeah, you come over here to Tesla, all right? Well, Tesla, I mean, Tesla's a tank, all right? I'm going to be honest, guys. Elon's saving the world, all right? That's what he thinks, all right? Which is why he has a superpower, in my personal opinion, all right? If you think you're saving the world, all right, you're going to, by default, you're going to put everything you got into it. That's at least that's what I think he's doing, all right? And I'm not saying he's saving the world, but he thinks he is. He thinks like, hey, we're all going to die here at some point. We need to migrate. So we're doing that. But yeah, and also, like, you know, with EVs, he literally started the revolution, all right? I'm just saying, long term, I wouldn't bet against Tesla. Personally, I just never would, all right? There's no reason. And actually, let me show you guys Mara right now, all right? So Mara did end up breaking out from this downturn over there earlier in the week here. All right, and I just want to point out, you have explosive volume going on, and this is what I'm saying, all right? I don't think this is the best. This is showing that a lot of people are freaking buying this up, and maybe this is like, you know, like if you're a trader, you want to see the increasing volume on a breakout. You want to see that stuff, all right? This is what I'm getting at over here with Bitcoin. It makes, like, it doesn't make sense to me that all this spec capital is about to pour back in, all right? When you literally just had what we've had going on. You have like you had the FOMC minutes expose that the Fed, before the banking fiasco came about 10 days before. Let's look at this, okay? Let's come back over to QQQ. All right, come over to the daily time frame. We peaked on Feb 1st. All right. Oh, I gotta finish up here. I gotta go shower and stuff. All right, so we peaked over here on Feb 1st, right? Or right here. So this was FOMC. Feb 2nd, we peaked, but FOMC was Feb 1st. All right. And he pretty much calmed everyone's nerves, right? Well, flash forward to, I think it started no, it wasn't over there. Was it started over here? I think it was right here. All right. I think that is what caused this. All right. We did end up seeing the banking fiasco come about. That was the panic. Maybe it did start over here and I'm just like remembering a little off. Okay. I don't know. All right. That's what I'm saying, guys. They were calming everyone's nerves over here, and now we find out that they like acknowledge that, like, yeah, the banking fiasco is gonna cause the recession in 2023. All right, so like, you know, Fed, they weren't transparent, is what I'm getting. That's guys, almost a month went by before that what they knew was going to happen actually started showing up. All right. So guess what? It's going to keep showing up. They acknowledged it's going to show up. All right. And that's why I've been saying for I guess it has been months now. I've been saying it somewhere over here. I started saying it. All right. The trade is going to go from an inflation trade to a recession trade. And no one's going to care about the inflation because at the end of the day, all right, demand needs to be killed. All right. That's what fixes inflation. All right. So a recession is literally going to solve everything. That's what I've been saying for months and months and months now. That's the only way this thing ends. It ends in a recession. It ends in a market crash that kills all like demand for the stock market. You kill the wealth effect. All right. Recession is like, hey, you need a way to literally snap people out of buying in frenzies. All right. You are literally having, guys, I saw a picture on Twitter today. Shared in the Discord. Holy crap. It was a $29 sandwich. All right, it was I think it was a ham and cheese sandwich on like, they called it health bread. All right, I saw it on Twitter. I think it was by this guy, James Bullard, if I remember correctly. But yeah, guys, that's not okay. And that was in New York City. So it's like, you know, I'm not saying inflation is like going to tick back up. I'm literally making the counter argument here. I'm saying like, hey, inflation's not going to be the problem. It's not going to be the problem because we are about to probably go through a very nasty recession that's going to kill all demand, and that's going to bring a market crash, and then that's going to kill demand in the stock market. And then when everyone thinks like, hey, all right, this thing's going to keep dying, that is when you're finally going to see it start trekking back up. But guys, it's going to take some time. All right, there's that. All right, all right. So I do got to get going here, but I guess we could finish off here just with smaller time frames. All right. Yeah, I mean everything broke out, guys. QQQ, I really am looking for. I'm looking for you to come up here. All right. If you really do, just tap this and reverse from here. That's fine. All right. But I really like if I was the dealer, I would make it so you don't get the entry. Yeah, you don't get the entry. Okay. Or people start taking the entry, they get stopped out. And then you're right here. People have longs. Oh, we could draw a person here. Look at that. They're on a little boat here. Woo, look at that. We got some waves going. Woo, sheesh. Oh, baby. Look at that. Nice. All right. But that's what I would be doing. All right. I would be bringing you up here right in the middle. And if you do end up doing that, what does that do? You back test your rising wedge as well. All right. So that would be sexy in my personal opinion. I'd be hitting that. That was easy. And yeah, there was DXY today. So that is actually something else I will share right here before I go. All right. Look at that, guys. Stream turned out to be much longer than the video would have been anyway. Then again, I don't want to. I just didn't want to set up a video today. There was honestly that was it. Also, I wanted to share what I shared at the beginning of the stream for like 10 minutes. I did want to share like my mistake, guys. Like that is a thing that I think like can help a lot of people. All right, I do. And if it doesn't, like then hey, public scrutiny for no reason. Who cares? All right, it's whatever. All right. But yeah, over here, guys, you are making a double bottom right now off of this support right here. All right, you're almost bouncing directly off it, so you clearly got buyers stepping in at that level. All right, you do have the 4-hour bullish divergence going on over here. Your RSI is in oversold territory. Now, I want to bring you over to the weekly time frame. Right, because this is why I think like in the coming weeks, DXY is going to bottom, and it's going like if it's not going to happen here, it's going to probably come down and hit this bottom trend line here. All right, maybe it goes a little lower. All right, maybe it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. It could. All right, it could really, because if DXY is going down, then it's literally going like that's when Bitcoin and equities go up. That is it. Okay, but if you have a rising dollar, that is bad for equities, and guess what? It's bad for the bits of coin. All right, but yeah, the last time you guys got this pattern, all right, you had that, and I actually. Is this another wedge? Wowza. I mean, it's like a sloppy one, but you could bring it to that. Oh, yeah, guys. All right. These wedges are literally what mark the bottoms in DXY, and then you rally for weeks on end. All right. I think that is going to be what happens when you break out of here. All right. I think it's either going to happen here. And keep in mind, this isn't, this is going to be a double bottom. I called it an ugly double bottom the other day. All right. But it's now just a double bottom. All right, but that's going to be your neckline. If you break over here, you also get another price target that's probably going to be somewhere in the middle here. All right, but at the end of the day, if you break out from this falling wedge, one of your price targets is going to be there. And back over here, one of your price targets was here. And over here, one of your price targets, okay, you just didn't hit your price target, all right? So you just missed it over there. But yeah, that is what I'm getting at eventually, all right? And by eventually, I don't mean it's going to take a lot of time. I'm saying Fed says mild recession. Yeah, you would have thought, dude. The fact that they said recession, they've been holding back on that one the whole time, guys. Like, guys, he took his victory lap, and then we find out they say, like, what? Yeah, we should see if it's mild. We'll see. But yeah, guys, all right, DXY, I think it's gonna kill equities in in the midterm. All right, guys, I will leave you guys off with that, and